What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another video now today. Good news, man. Saka signs the ting. Let's do this, boys. New 5-year contract for Bukayo Saka. Great news, man. Baller. 11 assists so far this season. The first teenager to do that at Arsenal since Cesc Fabregas. Liverpool were coming, man. Liverpool were trying to get him. Borussia Dortmund were knocking on his door as well. Finally, Arsenal, get a little business done that needs to get done. What a deal. Credit to Arsenal for this one. Yeah, man. It's a deal that should have happened. I think if we still had Emery, he wouldn't have signed. Yeah, he's saying big things in his interview about Mikel Arteta. Reminds me of Ronaldo when I saw him for the first time. I said that he would be great, and look at what happened. I hope Saka follows in CR7 footsteps. I rate him that highly. Wow, that's some serious praise you're giving the man there. Great work, Arsenal, showing a bit of ambition now, Aubameyang. And that's the thing, bro. This is a great deal for Arsenal to get this deal done. For me, along with Martinelli, the best youngster at Arsenal Football Club by a mile. So it's a fantastic deal to get done, but come on. We know this Aubameyang deal is the one we need to get done next. That is the one that's going to put out the biggest statement to world football that, look, Aubameyang ain't going nowhere. He can stay here. We'll give him big money. We're good to go. Mikel Arteta said, Saka is a talented and an intelligent young player. He's impressed me with his work ethic and his attitude to learn. It has paid off in his performances, and I'm excited to continue working with him. 11 assists, as I said, this season. He's having a brilliant season for a young player in his breakthrough season. He'll probably end up with like 15 assists this season, which is outstanding, man. Saka has signed. He is a baller. Now we need Aubameyang to sign. Big up, Curtis. Respect. As I'm saying, man, Aubameyang, that is the one we've got to get done. Give him what he needs. We're seeing the news today. I don't know if you've seen my videos earlier. Henrik Mkhitaryan will sign for Roma on a free transfer this summer. Although we've lost out on the transfer fee, that's 180 grand a week off the wage bill. Now, that needs to be going into Aubameyang's pocket, let's be honest. Aubameyang's on around 180 grand. Give Aubameyang what? What do you think Aubameyang should be getting? 250, 270? I think he would sign a new contract for 270. I don't particularly think many of the big European clubs will be going for Aubameyang. 31 now, he would cost 40 or 50 million probably from Arsenal. 250 a week, it's not good business for a big team, really. So I'm hopeful we'll get Aubameyang to stay, man. Let's hope so anyway. What's you guys' prediction for the game tonight? Hemel says, hope Arsenal win 5-0 today against Norwich. Hopefully we get Partey. Listen. First of all, I think Arsenal will win tonight. I predicted 3-1. I will be doing a live watch along from 5:45. I'll be going on 15 minutes before kickoff. Kickoff's at 6 p.m. So we'll just briefly go over the team and so on. And as we saw earlier, I said in the video earlier, Thomas Partey, Ornstein revealing today that Arsenal, their pursuit of Partey is hotting up, is intensifying. Apparently, he wants to join the club. Even rumours that Arsenal have agreed personal terms with him verbally. It's just a case of, £45 million release clause. Atletico Madrid are saying, look, no negotiation. If you want him, pay the 45. It's written in his contract. There's nothing they can do. Arsenal apparently want to negotiate a slightly lower price. Now, this is where the mentality of Arsenal Football Club irritates me sometimes. Now, I get it in business. You always try and negotiate a price. If someone's selling a car for 10 grand, you don't turn up with 10 grand. You turn up and you try and negotiate, get it for 8 grand, 8.5, 9 grand. I get it. But this guy's got a release clause written into his contract, and it's a player that they don't want to sell. So why would Atletico Madrid say, oh, you know what? Take him for 35, take him for 40. They don't want to negotiate. The release clause is there. To me, go and get Thomas Partey while you've got the opportunity, because I can't understand why other top clubs who, let's be honest, are bigger than Arsenal right now are not trying to sign him. So to me, get Thomas Partey done while we've got the opportunity to sign him. Don't mess around and, give other teams a chance. Brandon says Trippier has told the press that Partey is a good fit for Arsenal. There's no doubt about it. I mean, I was watching, and there you go. Partey played really well last night against Barcelona. He's the kind of presence we need in that midfield. And I was just about to talk about that. I watched some of the game last night, and he's a beast. He's an absolute beast. He's quick. He's strong. He's got all the attributes we need. Tyson says, big up Curtis. As much as we would like Partey, I think we should sign Nathan Ake or Upamecano. Both good players. I'd be happy with either one of them. But it'd be nice to get both, the centre-back and Thomas Partey. This is great effing news. Yeah, you're damn right, man. It's about time Arsenal revealed some good news. Smash the like button, everyone, and I'm happy Saka signed. Big up, Simon. Appreciate your support. Yeah, man, everyone, smash that like button. Good news, man. Saka signed the ting. Now, let's hope Aubameyang's next. Can't we get Ozil to sign somewhere on a free like Mickey? There's your Aubameyang and Partey money. And that's the thing. But the problem we still have is that Roma have taken Mkhitaryan's wages on in full because there's no transfer fee. So even if you get Ozil for free, who's going to give him $350 a week? I don't know. Maybe Fenerbahce because they'll be saving on the transfer fee. Sorry, Joey says a player that wants to come and play for the badge is what we need at the club, 100%. Glenn Kitely said, Saka finally. Innit, man? This should have happened ages ago, but better late than never. Forever Gunner said, finally some good news. It's not easy supporting Arsenal, so when there is good news, we have to enjoy it. Junior said, I honestly believe Aubameyang will be leaving this summer, both him and Lacazette. I just have this feeling. I mean, to me, bro, I don't see how Arsenal can afford to sell both. One of them maybe, but both of them, no chance. What's your thoughts on Norwich having to play Teti at the back as Closer is suspended? I mean, let's take advantage of it. I want to see Arsenal. I would like to see Arsenal win emphatically tonight. I want to see. I would love to see us win like 4 or 5-0. I'm not saying it will work like that. I've predicted 3-1 because Norwich will fight and they will be up for it. I think they drew with us earlier in the season, so we're not a team that really hammers teams. But I think first home game back since the break. I'd like to see us smash Norwich tonight. I really would. Big up, Curtis. How many years on Saka's contract? 5 years, bro. So, good news. Ramon Chowdhury said, hope Aubameyang signs, but I don't see it happening. I'm still hopeful. 1984 AOK said, we've needed a Partey-type player since Gilberto left. Make it happen, 100%. Arsenal FC says, 45 million for Partey is value for money. Come on, you Gunners. Oh, great value, man. If Campbell doesn't score against us, I'll eat your hat. Geez, hopefully you'll be eating your hat, bro. I reckon Arsenal will spend in the window. They're just playing to the media about no money like last summer. I hope you're right because, no financial fair play. I'd love to see him spend one high-profile centre-back, Partey and Ainsley Maitland-Niles, and the spine is sorted. Passion needed in this team. 4-0 tonight. Get it on. Decent. I hope we do. Chris UK Reefer Bryant said, great Saka has signed. It's nice seeing Arsenal doing something right for a change. Would love Aubameyang to sign a new one, but if it's not happening, let's get a conclusion either way. Bless Curtis. Respect, Chris, and I agree with you there. Help us out, Kroenke. Oh, mate, we need that. Apart from Aubameyang and any other player we need to extend. I think most of our top players have got... maybe you could give Martinelli an extension. I think he's down to 3 years. Maybe give him a year or two extension. 30 million for Lacazette, 22 million for Matteo means 52 million to bring in someone super decent. I actually think we could probably get more for both those players. I think, the fact Lacazette is a French international, although they don't pick him, I think you could probably get closer to 40. And I think Guendouzi maybe closer to 30. He's a French international now as well. And he's only 20 years of age. Do you think Saka has a shout in the England team? Yeah. It's just whether... I believe Saka is he Nigerian? So it's whether Saka wants to play for England or not. So I'm sure he's going to have the chance. Rob said, how is it, Curtis, bruv? Rob from Cape Town, South Africa. Glad about Saka. He's from our academy. Glad to see him staying. Big up Rob over there in South Africa in Cape Town. The King says, yo. Saliba and Zach Medley partnership or Saliba and Holding. Do you know what? I don't understand why Medley doesn't get game time. It seems as if, people rave about him, but he just doesn't get picked. And the King says, Bukayo Saka is a left wing or a left back. I have a lot of arguments with people about this. I actually think he looked better at left back than left wing, but the fact of the matter is, Tierney will probably be the left back, so maybe Saka will play left wing. Martinez needs a new deal, solid backup keeper. Yeah, I like Martinez. I think he's doing himself a lot of favours with the way he's playing. Glenn says, time to make that left wing position his own. Yeah, push Aubameyang back through the middle, please, man. Play him as a striker. Medley got a year left as well. I think I just want to see him play. We actually don't know how good he is. Marcus says we will move sick next season, if we sort this spine. And yeah, I agree, but we've needed this spine for a long time. Let's hope they get it right. Some good news at last. Sorry, hold on. Some good news at last, says Joey. Can't remember the last time we were super excited about a player extending. I mean, we never got to see, Alexis Sanchez and all these guys sign new contracts. Saka on the right wing would be lit. I mean, we've got to go with Pepe on the right, though, man. So I think he's got to play on the left. Bukayo Saka, contract extension. Good news for our team. Keep it up. Thanks. Yeah. I strongly believe Arsenal will keep a clean sheet today. My prediction, 3-0, a brace from Aubameyang if he plays in the centre. I mean, how much you betting like Eddie Nketiah starts tonight? He's just typical of Arteta. Why can't Arsenal sign Tyrone Mings? I've heard us being linked with him, to be honest. I think a lot will depend on if Villa are relegated or not and how much he would cost. If he's relegated, get him cheaper. Aubameyang 30 million, Laka 40, Guendouzi 35, Socrates 5, Mickey 10. Well, Mickey's gone on a free now, so we have to take that 10 off. And although we are saving big money on the wages, so yeah, on any 5 million, we can get decent enough players with all this money. I agree. The only thing I don't agree with there, I wouldn't be selling Aubameyang and Lacazette in the same window. I think we got to keep one. Balogun should be getting some game time from the bench for sure. He's a very good player. How much is Saka going to earn, though? I actually haven't read the exact amounts. I heard rumours it was around 60 grand a week. Balogun should be getting some game time, yeah. Alex says Saka can play as an 8, don't be surprised. Yeah, I think he played as an 8 against, was it the Brighton game? He played against the 8. Arsenal Vlogs, big up Arsenal Vlogs, says Saka my G. Yeah, man. Good to see him commit to the club, man. Arsenal FC, so should we go after Zaha, Curtis? Zaha, for me, one-on-one, a handful for any defence. Listen, man, if you watch my videos, I'm a big fan of Wolf. I think he's a great player. Maybe doesn't score the amount of goals he should, but yeah, definitely a very, very good player I would go for. Rumours coming out he wants to join the club again. Do we go for him in the summer? Arsenal board should do something good for once. It's interesting Aubameyang to sign the new deal as well. Or can we see Aubameyang later on this week with a new contract? I mean, I don't know if they're that close to the deal or not. Big up Unai Emery. Credit to Saka too for mentioning him, and he has to. Emery gets a real hard time at Arsenal, and I get it because he threw away a fantastic opportunity to get in the top 4. But, he gave these young players a chance and he deserves some credit. And he gave Saka his debut. Aubameyang should sign as well. Would you get Saka top? Listen, I don't put Arsenal players on the back of shirts no more. Them days went a long time ago, man. When I seen, Van Persie and Henry and Sanchez, all these guys leave, I said there's no stability in a player. So I don't put Arsenal players' names on the back of shirts. In fact, I put old players' names. So I'm more likely to get like Henry or Bergkamp or Ian Wright. Do you think Richarlison or Calvert-Lewin should be targets as a Lacazette replacement? I wouldn't go for Calvert-Lewin. I do like Richarlison. It's just Everton have got a lot of money, man. They wouldn't let him go on the cheap. We should sign Campbell and cut Ozil's contract no matter the cost. Toxic player. I would definitely get rid of Ozil this summer. For me, Mesut Ozil, I view in the same boat as Mkhitaryan. He's been a talented player, but we need to get him off the books. Can't watch the game tonight because it's too early for me here in New Zealand. Great news about Saka, though. Yeah, big up Deepak. Hopefully you wake up the next day and, it's an Arsenal victory. Relevant game. So what do you think of Emile Smith-Rowe? For me, I think he's a talent, but I'm not sure how good he is. I know he's done well on loan at Huddersfield. So let's see how he comes back next season. Sibster Jim said Curtis Saka could get number 7 next season. Yeah, why not? Unless we sign. I think I'd like to see Martinelli wear the 7, but maybe Saka. Naby Williams says if Zaha price drops, I say take him for the left wing. That is a problem for a defence. I mean, can you imagine Zaha, Pepe, and Aubameyang? That is lethal. Curtis, what do you think of Emi Buendia? The lad is absolute class. Key passes, dribbles, very creative. Good player. We'll see him tonight if he plays for Norwich. What do you make of the rumours that Arteta wants Depay? Do you reckon he could be a Lacazette replacement? He played a lot as a striker this year at Lyon. I mean, rumours today that Memphis Depay could cost as little as £18 million. He's only got 1 year left on his contract at Lyon. No indication he wants to renew. He's had a very, very good time over there in France. The only problem is he's had this major injury. I think he did his cruciate ligaments, was out for a year. Difficult to commit. I mean, I put out a question yesterday. If Arsenal need a striker, assuming Lacazette or Aubameyang, one of those guys leave, I said, would you take Danny Ings at Arsenal? Second top goal scorer in the Premier League, English, age 27, plays for Southampton, and a lot of Arsenal fans said no. And I think there's a certain snobbery sometimes that, Danny Ings, it's not a very glamorous name, and people say failed at Liverpool. In reality, he had 2 major knee injuries at Liverpool, and Firmino was there, so he never really got the chance to prove himself at Liverpool. But I think sometimes we want the glamorous name from Europe, somebody who's a bit more flash who would sell shirts. So we look at Danny Ings and we go, I don't want him. But the reality is he's second top goal scorer in the league. And then the other option today, it's come out, Memphis Depay, 18 million. So would you take Memphis Depay or Danny Ings as a replacement potentially for Aubameyang or Lacazette? Bear in mind, Depay would cost only £18 million. And Danny Ings, I reckon Danny Ings would cost at least £40 million. English player from another Premier League club. Would you guys take any of them? Which one would you go for? Or would you say neither one? A lot of people are saying about Jonathan David there and Odsonne Edouard, is it from Celtic? Memphis would want such a high wage. Guys flashy as Aubameyang. I mean, I don't care if he's flashy. Can he do it on the pitch? Martinelli, Depay, Pepe is a bit scary. What a lethal counter-attack in front three. Kesh says Depay. Man's calling him Inzaghi. Oh, that's a great shout, man. He's pretty good. I think we need to stop the snobbery and go for less glamorous but more hard-working players who put in a shift like Ings and Dunk. Fair point. Nope, not Ings. Why not Ings, though? Like, is he not good enough? Is he not... I mean, he's second top scorer. Depay was terrible at United. I mean, he struggled at United. He was a winger at the time. He's sort of changed into a striker now. Would you take Depay? I mean, Irrelevant Gamer said Depay came from ACL injury, not worth taking the risk. Of course, a serious knee injury. Bardi is the new Santi Cazorla. Him plus Partey will be great. Let's have a look. Arsenal should be all over Danny Ings. I wouldn't take Danny, but I'd take Depay. Interesting. In my opinion, Ings is better than Vardy. I think he's got more to his game. That's for sure. Vardy is very, very one-dimensional. He runs. I think, Ings has got a little bit more touch and movement. Even against Arsenal, a few great touches. Ings doesn't have physical prospect. We didn't have anyone who can hold that long ball. Interesting. Very split. Get Partey now. People do not seem very interested in Danny Ings one bit. Ings, if you can get him at a decent price. LOL, if they take Ings, I'm done with the club. But what, genuine question, why though? Because if Danny Ings was second top goal scorer in France or in Spain or in Italy and he played for a team over there, people would take him. I'm telling you now, it's because he's English. His name is not very glamorous. People believe he failed at Liverpool. Danny Ings plays 38 games at Arsenal. I believe he scores more goals than Lacazette. I'm telling you. I think he would score goals. I don't think he's an amazing player. Don't get me wrong. But he's a goal scorer, man. Memphis Depay, I like Depay. I think he's improved a lot at Lyon. As a striker, he seems a lot more mature there now. But, he's had an ACL injury, and you just never know how they're going to recover from that. Curtis, I still believe Arsenal are poor with their contracts. This is papering over the cracks. Cedric, Louise, and Mari all have contracts that we don't really need, yet we haven't got news about Aubameyang. Interesting. I get your point, man. Some of those guys' contracts were way too long. Partey, Coutinho, and a top defender is what I would love to happen. I mean, Coutinho and Partey would be outstanding. So no Ings and Depay. Jeez, so you don't want none of them. Who would you take, man? Who would you go for instead? We have no number 6, number 4, number 8, number 7. No vacant 5 as Socrates will leave. Who should take the shirts according to you? So the 4 will go Thomas Partey. The 6 will go... What would 6 be? Maybe the centre-back. So we'll give that to Upamecano. The 8 will give to Coutinho. 7, I reckon, just give that to Martinelli. 5 give that to Saliba. So, yeah, we'll give it to them. Who's your ideal centre-back, being realistic? I like Nathan Ake, I really do. I like Upamecano as well. And I like Lewis Dunk. He's no nonsense, man. Curtis, if he couldn't do it for Liverpool, he can't do it for us. Aubameyang is an anomaly as he did not get Wenger done like Lacazette. You make a good point, Aubameyang's a bit of an exception to the rules in that even in a failing team, he's been able to stand up and be countered. So this is why I believe that Aubameyang needs to be kept. Hi, Big C, Saka the GOAT. Yeah, man, big up Saka. Let's hope he just keeps improving because so far, he started so well. We got to hope that he can continue on this sort of upward curve that he's on at the moment. I think we need Grealish or Maddison instead of Partey. We need a genuine number 10. I think we need Partey more, but I would like Grealish as well. Definitely like Grealish. I wouldn't mind Zaha to come in still, but just my opinion. I'm a big fan of Zaha. I think this summer he would cost less than he would have cost last summer. I think Palace asked Arsenal for, was it 70 or 80 million last summer? And they wanted the majority of it up front because Man United paid most of the Wan-Bissaka 50 million up front. But I think Zaha would cost 50 or 60 this summer. Now, I still think that's good business. You could get 40 million for Lacazette, in my opinion. Curtis, who would you sell this summer? I mean, boy, we'll be here all day with this question, bro. I would sell Socrates, Kolasinac, Bellerin, Torreira, Xhaka. I would probably loan out Joe Willock. I think he needs to improve as well. Guendouzi, if he wants to go. Mesut Ozil's got to go. There's a good few there who need to go. Ndika, 6'5", 21 years old, French under 23, low profile and wouldn't cost much. I've heard about this guy. I really haven't seen much of him. Glenn said that's everyone. Bro, I'm telling you, I would sell a lot of players at Arsenal. All right, man saying sell Torreira and Xhaka, you mad. Bro, John, do you honestly rate them two that highly? Honestly. Torreira has had 6 good months at Arsenal in 2 years and has constantly spoken about wanting to go back to Italy. The guy is 5'6" and he is nothing special. He is energetic, he gets about, but he's not amazing. If you could get 40 million for him on the hype, I'd take it, bro. And then Xhaka, people say he's improved. Yeah, he's gone from not very good to half decent. He's been at the club, 4 years? I don't think Xhaka has been a success at the football club, honestly. Partey going to be abusing and dominating opponents' midfield. I hope so, man. He put in a great performance yesterday for Atletico against Barcelona. Zaha is an Arsenal fan. Maybe it's worth a shot. Has Premier League experience. I just think the guy's electric, I'm telling you. If we would sign Partey, who would partner him, Torreira or Xhaka? Well, I think Arsenal will keep Granit Xhaka. I think Xhaka is somebody that Arteta really respects. I think he likes the fact he drops into kind of that left, like he's almost a quarterback when Saka or Tierney, whoever's playing left back, goes forward. I wouldn't be surprised if Torreira sold, honestly. Hi, Big C. Aubameyang has won 16 points for us this season. Only Mane and Jimenez have won more. Their teams are 5 times better. If we had quality behind him, just think for a moment where Arsenal would have been. I mean, there you go. There you go. Selling Xhaka would be suicidal. He keeps the midfield ticking. But, bro, listen. How many times does Xhaka dominate against the big teams? Yeah, he's good in these games, but was Xhaka, how many times has he been great against Man City or against Liverpool or, Chelsea, especially away from home? So I don't fully buy into that. Xhaka will stay for another 1 or 2 seasons, then move on. Yeah, I think they'll keep him. I mean, he signed a new contract not long ago. David says, man like Curtis. Big up, David. TV said, is it true Arsenal gave 235 million to spend? I believe they've got that in the bank. It isn't all for transfers. A lot of that is to run the club and for wages and stuff. Mark Fornell said, let's hope when Arsenal go knocking for Partey, it's still a different kind of knock. I mean, that was so funny when he said that, man, but he needs to prove that. Keep up the great work, Curtis. Really enjoy your channel. Big up, bro. I appreciate that. Xhaka is averaging 2 damn slow for the Prem. Yeah, I think he's overrated, man. I don't know why he's rated so highly. We don't need Zaha. Rather have Cantwell at the Emirates, replacement for Ozil. Fair enough. Love from Malaysia, Curtis. Love your channel. Keep it going, mate. Respect, bro. Take care over there in Malaysia. Let's have a look. Mujib, such good news on my birthday. Big up, Mujib, supporting the channel. Have a happy birthday, bro. Good news there. And let's hope Arsenal get a win. So I hope you have a great birthday. I was seeing it said, Curtis is my mentor. I don't know about that, just trying to set a good example as always. Let's have a look. Curtis, you are the man, G. Love your channel, but when you get in your getting your redone? I don't know what he's saying there. Missed that, bro. Aubameyang retweeted on sign the ting. Come on, man. Let's go. Hopefully he signs the ting, man. He needs to. We need Aubameyang to stay at the club. Tom says, top man Curtis, keep up the good work. Big up, Tom. We read that one. Ings is better than Lacazette. Fact. Wow. Doesn't say a lot about Lacazette, does it, man? Let's have a look. Big up from Jamaica. One love, my G. Respect, bro. What part of Jamaica are you from, man? I've been Jamaica a good few times. Sorry, when you're getting your hair redone, I meant to write, yo, bro, lockdown, man, are in lockdown, man. The hair don't get redone as much now, man, When lockdown's finished, man will be looking sharp. I think the barber's open again on Saturday, so man can get their shape up and their fresh hairdo. Right now, man, it just rags, bro, you know what I mean? When are Arsenal playing? 6 p.m. tonight, UK time anyway. So let's hope they win. Love watching your videos, Curtis. Big up your damn self. Respect, Joey, man. Always see you supporting in the comments, man. Brand 31, who would you like to come up from the Championship? I'd like to see Leeds come up. Proper footballing team. West Brom, maybe. I think they're going to come up anyway. And although I'm not the biggest fan of West Brom, actually, so I don't know about that. I like Brentford. I saw Brentford play the other day. They play good football. So maybe I go Leeds, Brentford, and Nottingham Forest, because Notts is my hometown club. So I'd like to see Forest go up as well. But I think Leeds will probably win the league. Man says, Aki and Saltfish. Yeah, man, Aki, I'll be happy if we signed him. Nice Jamaican meal, by the way, Aki and Saltfish. Mickey terminated his contract. Yeah, he's gone. Arsenal agreed, mutual agreement for him to go. So he's gone on a free. But at least we get his wages off the bill. Yeah, Brentford, Leeds and Forest, the three I'd like to come up. Respect, Curtis. What do you think about Arsenal's rumoured interest in Levante midfielder Bardi? Yeah, someone was just talking about that. Honestly, I haven't seen anything about that. Let me just have a look. Enis Bardi, Macedonian footballer. I've seen this guy's name before, but I honestly don't. I've never seen him play. Yeah, being linked with him. Yeah, he's been linked with Fiorentina as well. I can't tell you nothing about him. because I honestly don't know. I would rather sell Torreira than Xhaka if we get Partey. I mean, Torreira just doesn't seem to want to be at the club. He seems to want to be in Italy. What is your prediction for the game against Norwich? I've gone for 3-1. I would really like us to keep a clean sheet, man. 3-0 would be nice. I just want to see us score goals. What is your opinion on Bellingham? He's talented. I think we're making a mistake letting him go. I mean, I'm not saying he'll go in the first team and tear it up, but that kid looks like he can play, man. Seriously. I'm really surprised Arsenal are letting him go, if that's true. Junior said, hey, Curtis, which of our previous players released from our youth team would you consider signing now? I'm thinking Malen, Benazza and De Silva. Well, of course, that Malen, he's done really well over there in PSV, scored a lot of goals. Benazza's being linked with moves over there in Italy. Gnabry came up through the system. Gnabry now, if he left Bayern Munich, you're talking, £60 million German international. I think that's one of the biggest mistakes that they made. Elliot says, greetings from Toronto. Great show. Dump either Torreira or Xhaka for Sangare or Sabazli, is it? I always get this guy's name wrong. Time to solidify that midfield. Yeah, and obviously Partey's the other one they're looking at. So big up yourself in Toronto. Malen is killing it, but also serious injury. Okay. Has he had an injury this season or is he injured currently? I didn't even hear about that. Hopefully we sign up Balogun. It sounds like he's on his way out. Curtis, did you see Santi? Did you see the class Santi pulled off the other day in La Liga? It could possibly be the assist of the season at his age of 35. He would run circles around our midfield. We need to strengthen. I mean, there's rumours that he could be coming back to Arsenal as a player coach next season. So, I mean, that would be interesting. He's still doing bits in Spain. I'm not sure he would handle the physicality in the Prem now at 35, but on the ball, there's no question. Do you trust the board to get Partey? No, I do not. Not one bit. I really hope we get him, but I don't trust them at all. What else? How many operations did you say Ings has had? Not keen on previously injured players. We are tired of injury. Apparently, he's had 2. So that is definitely the problem. Like 2 major knee injuries. So it's difficult. I hope Holberg and Idris of AZ Alkmaar. Okay. Oh, you like those 2, right? Saka 5-year deal, says Kesh. Yep, great news. What's the latest on Saka again? Do you know how long for and how much he'll be on? Big up your damn self. 5 years and apparently around 60 grand a week. Although I could be wrong. That's just what I've read. So don't quote me on that. Big up Curtis, man. Like, respect Anthony Williams, always supporting. As I say, everyone in here right now, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit the like button. Best way you can show your support. I appreciate all you lot's comments in the middle of the afternoon. Ings is still better than Lacazette, in my opinion. I mean, Ings has never scored the amount of goals. Lacazette's never scored the amount of goals that Ings has scored this season in the Prem. So, it's a tough one. Thoughts on Saliba's loan not being extended by Arsenal? I mean, apparently they tried to negotiate Saliba's loan because Saliba's loan finished yesterday. And because Saint Etienne are in the French Cup final, they were willing to extend it for another 3 weeks so he could play. But Saint Etienne weren't willing to negotiate terms, and Arsenal pulled out. So it's a shame for Saliba, but at the end of the day, don't risk him getting injured if they're not willing to pay what you're expecting. Let's have a look at the comments. So. Realistically, how long do you think it will take for us to win the league? With this current board, I think at least 5 years. Klopp took, 5 years to win the league at Liverpool, and that was with a proactive board. It took him that long. Our board are not proactive, so I think you're looking at least 5 years, unless they change their attitude. Bro, how did you be an Arsenal fan despite being from Nottingham? You know what, big up. I like that question because I just did an interview with Kevin Campbell. Look out for that. I believe it's coming out in a day or two. Kevin's got a channel now, so go and check that out. And he was asking me this, and it's just a connection with the club. I watched them on TV, and the connection with Ian Wright and players like that. I felt them in my heart. That's what it is. Where I think when you support a football club, you have a real connection with them. Don't get me wrong, I always like Nottingham Forest. That's my hometown club. I went to watch them when I was a kid. But Arsenal is my team, man. That's the team that I have the connection with. So yeah, that's the team. Saka 4-year deal worth 50k with an apparent 105 million deal. I'm not too sure about that. Let's have a look. Agreed, and we don't really have the spine to build from. The Arteta project is going to be a long one, definitely. What's up, Curtis? When will Arsenal learn? They're always making bad decisions. I think they need to go on a business course. Yeah, they need to do something. Thoughts on Max Aarons? Very good. I think Arsenal should go and get him, actually, if Ainsley doesn't want to play right back. Let's have a look. Let's see what else you guys are saying. If they can get Upamecano, if they can't get Upamecano, go for Diego Carlos from Seville. He's next up. I've heard a lot about him. I got his team of the season card on FIFA, actually. So I was hoping that he must be a good player. Fraser is out of contract now as well. Would you guys take Ryan Fraser on a free? 105 mil release clause, he's saying. Do they do release clauses in England? I thought they were illegal, actually, but if that's true, it's good protection. 4-year deal, 105 million release clause. Mohammed said, hey, Curtis, big up. Why only 4-year deal? Apparently, it's 4 with a 1-year option, and it's Arsenal's option. So, yeah, it is essentially 5. For free, yes, you would take Fraser. Glenn saying, Ryan who? Man, don't want nothing to do with Ryan Fraser, no. Will Saliba be ready to start in the Prem next season? Yeah, assuming no injury problems. I've heard, he'll be with Arsenal for pre-season. I think there was also talk of whether he was available to play this season, but apparently you're not allowed to do that unless you've got a real emergency. What do you think of Andre Gomez? Good player. Good player, of course. He had that bad injury on his ankle. I don't really know how he's recovered from that, but very good player. Hope we sign Partey and Kanate. Kanate? I don't know how you pronounce it, but yeah. I've heard a lot of people trying to say he's better than Upamecano. On the Partey deal, isn't it a little risky? After 3 or 4 years, we might run into the same situation with Partey at 30 years old. Might not get much for him then. Should we go for someone younger? I would still go for him. I think the guy is a beast. Curtis, it's mad how Arsenal have regressed. In 13-14, we had worse players than we have now and almost won the league. I mean, times have changed, bro. More competition now. I think the league is, now there's 5, 6, 7 teams challenging for top 4. You may have discussed this already, but Depay rumours kicking off today. Yeah, we was talking about that. Could be available for £18 million this summer. To me, would be a good deal. But again, the ACL injury on the knee makes it a risk. And is he a big enough goal scorer? Because he was a winger. He went to France, started playing through the middle. He has scored goals. He isn't necessarily the most prolific, but he does sort of play in the false 9 role. O'Malley says, Curtis, do you want Europa? Now, look, that's a great question because previously I was saying, let's leave Europa, concentrate on the league. But I'm not sure we're good enough at the moment, depending on the business we do in the summer, to get in the top 4. So for me, I kind of feel like, Europa League is a decent backup to have. I think it's easier to win the Europa League than it is to get in the top 4, let's be honest. John says, great channel, subscribed. I appreciate that. Everyone watching, subscribe to the channel, man. Like the video. I appreciate you guys' support. Big up, John. I will take Fraser as we are going for Prem players who are good in other leagues but suck in the Prem. Fraser is proven, just had a bad season. Prior to that, he banked 14 assists. No Thursday night trophy. No way. You've had enough of the Europa, yeah? Curtis, do you actually rate Guendouzi? I think he's okay. I don't think he's amazing. Dom says Saliba and who? Let's go. I like Nathan Ake, I got to be honest. The Premier League experience or just go Upamecano maybe for the young French Dons, man. Would you take Campbell? I'd take him if he was cheap. I think he's decent. Jonathan David looks like a baller to me. He's hungry to play. He's got the speed, got the physical aspect. We lack that bully leading the line. Why would we go for Fraser on the left side of our team? Is the one part that he's sorted. Yeah, I don't think we really need to go for him. Hit that like button. There you go. I'll be finishing off now, guys. I've just got a few things to sort out. You know what? I'll do one last question. Best player at Arsenal. It's got to be Aubameyang all day long. I'll be back 5:45. I'll be back with a live watch along of the game. Arsenal against Norwich in the Premier League. Let's hope we can get a win. Big up everyone in the comments now. I appreciate it. Great numbers in the chat now. As we say, the headlines, Saka has signed the ting, new 5-year contract. Let's hope we get Aubameyang next to sign the contract. Apparently, he's retweeting Saka signing the contract. Big up all you guys in the comments. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And hit the like button. I'll be back 5:45, live watch along. Arsenal against Norwich. Hope you all have a great day. I'll be back later on. Take care. Bless.